Hi, my name is Jalen. I'm currently a student at Aspen University in the class Sociology 110. Today we're going to be focusing on Module 8, Society, Social Change, and Behavior. The first question is going to be: Society has changed over the past decade, from style to language, and even our environmental resources. Give an example of how social change has affected physical environment, population, innovation, diffusion, and mass media. Want to first describe what social change is. It is an alteration of the social order of society, behavior, and social relations, and it is known to change the physical environment, our population, and mass media, much more. For example, climate change has been a topic of discussion for the last 5 years. Everyone is talking about it, and now that they're talking about it, they want to see the changes in order for it to change. Climate change has affected our environment tremendously. We have seen global warming, our glaciers melt, causing less food sources for our animals, and then it leads to extinction. This has become a recent topic because we've noticed different temperature changes around each state for everybody. For example, Arizona has now gone from really hot state to now being, kind of cold, which is unusual for Arizona to have such low temperatures. It means our weather patterns, the processes, radiation received by the earth, etc., are greatly affected. They're changing in a negative way because of climate change. This affects states more than others. For example, the Midwest was so cold. You saw it all over the news. Below zero, below the negative 10s, went down all the way to the negative 30s. So it was causing death, a lot of illnesses. We were seeing that, and it was starting to scare a lot of people. It's causing people to move as well to other states. Therefore, the population was greatly affected. Because if you're moving from, the Midwest over to here, Arizona, it's a good thing because we are not experiencing those type of weathers. When speaking on innovation, which is in the use of existence knowledge to create something bigger, you're taking, an invention, something that's already created, you're piecing stuff together and creating something better, bigger, something to change. Social change affects, and this diffusion as well, similarly. Social change affects innovation by the greater possibilities being given in an opportunity. So we're given a lot more opportunity when there's more things being made. Diffusion is the spread of traits from one unit to the other. Climate change is the country in a worry. It's freaking everybody out, but also has everyone sharing ideas, coming together, trying to change and educate this matter so that they can come to some type of togetherness and figure out what they can do. Finally, mass media has given social changes a background to voice and share what is going on. It allows people to agree or disagree and can help or worsen the matter. People turn to mass media such as the news, social medias, etc., in order to show everyone what is going on. It's basically a platform for people who want to voice what's going on and change it. So it becomes very important. Number 2 is the information revolution was, and still is, an important perspective in social change. In your opinion, how has it changed society, and how do you feel it will change society in the future? So it began with steam engines, cotton gins, like listed in the book, and field workers started the Industrial Revolution that made everybody from the outside come into the inside, make factories create greater and quicker, more sufficient way to create mass production for us. Now, technology hasn't made it rise. Definitely has made a rise in the last decade, few decades, I would say. Now technology has made it the revolutionary into the information revolution. So now that all the computers are coming in, we call it the information revolution. The information revolution relates to technology, internet, computers. They've taken over, newspapers, books, CDs, and much more. So, we're not needing that stuff as much as we did because we have it on our phone. Boom, it's accessible right there. We don't have to move. We don't have to leave. So you see why people use technology. It has affected mostly the way we are communicating and how we spend our time, mostly social. So hey, I don't have to walk over the next door neighbor to let them know something now. Just call them up, text them, and it's as quick as that. Ever since I was born, technology was huge, though. I had a phone when I was 6 for safety reasons, but if it wasn't for my parents' view on technology, I'd be like all the other kids, playing on my phone indoors alone, kind of just to myself, always needing to watch TV, watch this, but my parents were pretty strict on that, so it wasn't as much as a priority for my family. Now that I'm older, I rely on technology for almost everything. You know, oh, I'm lost. Here's my navigation on my phone. Oh, I want to take a picture. Here's my phone. Oh, I need to transfer money from my bank. Here's my phone. So I want to talk about that it is seen so negatively, but I am able to contact my family that, you know, lives across the state from me. Anytime I need to call them, I need to show them something, FaceTime, call. So it does definitely help a lot, but future generations, this would be at stake because I believe that they're in trouble. We rely on technology for almost everything, and now kids don't even want to go to school. They don't want to go outside. They just kind of want to sit in, play video games, and watch TV all day. I think it will definitely affect our brain development. Society will rely on it 24/7, and it will definitely become more lazy because now people don't want to go to the grocery store. Oh, hey, type it on your phone, they deliver it to you now. So I honestly think that even though information revolution has helped us in many ways, discoveries, you know, defined talent, all that type of stuff has been a very positive, but it should only be used for things that we need, or I believe that it isn't needed. Now, the third question: how has modernization changed many underdeveloped nations? Modernization is the process of adapting something to modern needs or habits. It refers to a progressive transition from past societies, countries. Countries transition on different times through different ways. Certified Educator, eNotes, states modernization changes countries in many ways. In terms of values, beliefs, moving from traditional beliefs to more specific secular beliefs. For my research, I believe it also changes population to become more urban and the economy and how it makes and produces goods and services. It provides security to humanity to live in a world that is up to date, you know, up to date on cures, environmental changes, technology, and in a sense, it gives out more opportunities to people and those who are set on more of a traditional society. If you were looking from a negative standpoint, technology has affected our environment by consuming our energy. That leads to climate change, like I discussed before in question 1, and population. It also breaks up generations from from old traditional societies and societies today, which is not always a good thing. Question 4, what are the types of social movements that have occurred in history? When and why did they occur? Alrighty, so same-sex marriage has been a problem, a social topic for several decades. On June 26, 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down all state bans on same-sex marriage and legalized it in all 50 states. Now, this didn't mean that all states, the states complied with it, but it doesn't mean that the federal did. This was involved with the case of Obergefell versus Hodges. In the case, same-sex couples sued the state of Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and Tennessee for not recognizing the Equal Protection Clause and Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. The court was in favor, 5-4, of the plaintiffs. This has been a social movement around the world with gay pride, you know, parades, all the other events that you have seen. Another example of a social movement I like to talk about is the hashtag #MeToo movement. It supports those who have been subjected to sexual violence and supports the survivors of sexual abuse. It is against sexual harassment and assault. And after many sexual abuse allegations were filed against Harvey Weinstein, he's a huge producer, movies, I'm sure you've heard of it, Tarana Burke started back in 2016. And then when a famous actress, Alyssa Milano, an actress who was claimed to be sexually harassed, made it a social movement in 2017. After that, it became a big thing. Everyone's coming out about what's going on. And that's kind of how things work with social movements. You know, once one person hears about something, it starts to spread. And then, you know, it gets around mass media, population, and everything else. Some other social movements are gun control, immigration, and legalization of marijuana. And that is the finishing answers of Module 8. Thank you.